Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 13th of August, 2026. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back today with more Kingdom of Night. We played a bit of this yesterday, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not... So far, it's not done anything super impressive, but we're gonna give it some more time today, and then we'll see where it's going. Um, but it's not necessarily like doing anything terrible. It's just not doing anything super impressive. It did do the writing has been a little bit. I would say overall has been kind of basic. There was a couple of derogatory terms used yesterday that I felt were unnecessary. They fall under the excuse of, or people could say they fall under the excuse of, or they were used at the time, so that's okay. They're unnecessary. Is usually where I go with that kind of thing, unless they're specifically necessary for the plot. I don't think they needed to be used. People might have said I harped on that maybe too much yesterday, but I believe it's important to talk about those kinds of things. Sorry, I'm trying to check my sound settings, because Windows did update, and I need to make sure that it didn't mess with anything. Okay, it doesn't look like it. It's when you're using certain language. I'll talk about this a little bit. When you're using certain language, like, you can use it as a avenue of storytelling, if that's a key part of, what you're trying to tell as a give and take with the story that you're telling. But if you're just using it because it existed at the time, then it really doesn't need to be there. There's a lot of things that happen in literature, in movies, and games where people will put something in for shock value, or for it to be there to grab attention. And they don't really add anything other than that. And I'm always of the opinion, if you have something in there that's just being like, bam, it's there to be there, it shouldn't be there. And I feel like, if you're wondering what we're referencing, yesterday, at the beginning of the story, there is a jock who is a bully to our main character, who used, the term queer in a derogatory fashion, and then used the R slur, also in a, obviously in a derogatory fashion. That word is almost never used in any sort of other fashion, especially when aimed at a person. The only other times we've seen that bully in context is when he's been running away from, like, a bad guy, and when he went to chase after his girlfriend. Like, it doesn't add to his character building that he used those terms. So, like, he also called us, which I try to keep the stream family friendly, but for the sake of this discussion, I will. He also called us chicken shit, which that to me, like, you could use terms like that were also used at the time, that don't have, other connotations, right? But anyways, like I said, I harped on it yesterday. I'm not going to harp on it too much today, unless it pops up again. That, like, there are other avenues you could have gone with the writing without mentioning that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping we don't see that kind of thing again. If that starts to become more prevalent as we move on with these demons, or if the gameplay just seems to not really advance in any meaningful direction, I don't know if we'll play it past today. I think the aesthetic is cool. I think the premise is a cool idea. Kind of this ARPG set in a 1980s demon-infested world. I think this has a lot of cool things going for it. I just think it's not really executing on anything it could have executed on, unfortunately, so far. Now, we've only played 4 hours, which I know a lot of people are like, wow, that's enough time to really... For ARPGs and for RPGs in general, like, it takes a bit for things to get off the ground. What I'm kind of looking at is our first big boss. If we can get to a big boss, we have fought a boss, but it was kind of an introductory boss, like, this is what a boss looks like, kind of thing. So I don't really count that. So I'm looking for, like, our first big boss, if we can get to one. I'm also looking for unique item. They were mentioned that there were unique items in the game. Basically anything that adds a system or a structural change or something like that. I want to see those and see if it is going to advance, because right now the skill trees are basically not even trees. They're more like you're probably just going to get everything at a certain point. We picked a magic class, which means you get all of your skills, which is different than a melee class. So the advancement is, I feel like, probably a little bit more lackluster in comparison. So, but anyways, we'll see how it goes today, and we'll go from there. But so far, like I said, I'm largely kind of unimpressed by what it's shown us, but I don't want to write it off just yet. We'll give it a little bit more time, and then we'll go from there. So, but hopefully everyone is doing well. By the way, Friends of Safety or whatever, that's also the name of the developers, which I think is funny, but also kind of interesting to name the villains after yourself. little edgy, I guess. Welcome to Edgar's Supermarket. You're just in time. We're going out of business. Okay, so these are level 6, so I'm guessing this is where we need to be. Are you coming to meet me? I can't wait. Okay, there was a trash can there. But, and I've played a lot of ARPGs. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying new things, obviously. But the major issue is, when you establish something new, you want to make sure that it kind of follows your kind of like the vision you set forth for what you have to like offer. And I just don't feel like for something set in a 1980s world, we've really gotten anything that feels inherent to that world, to be honest. And that to me is like the biggest issue. Green jelly is good because we can use that with that merchant. Or that mole, I don't know if it's really a merchant. Okay. Oh, poison. Interesting. Okay, I'm guessing Edgar is back there. Oh, finally have somebody. Trying to see if there was any. It has something else, green jelly. We want to collect those because I think we can probably get some useful items. Alright. We're getting closer. I can. Oh. That's an interesting thing to say. Hi. Guessing that was Edgar? Okay, is this just a sewer entrance? Central sewer, okay. So I don't think we've been central sewer now. Okay. We have yet to make a deal with this. I think we're supposed to. When I was looking at the achievements, I didn't see an achievement that said don't make a deal with... with Karen... Chiron... So... Well, that was kind of a disappointing supermarket, I'm not gonna lie. Sewers still refuse our help. Apparently they do not understand, only have safety in mind. Find them, make them understand. Don't we have to force them to allow us to help them by any means necessary. Do not let them interfere with what we are doing. Dr. Mesnard is trusted to oversee Project Beelzebub. Do not make him regret it. I want whoever is responsible for that. Imagine my luck. I found you already. Come with me quietly. Food and shelter can guarantee your safety. Yeah, no. No thanks. Be assigned candy and critters. Interesting. Come on. Okay. Guess we're just gonna have to... we got company. Junk, junk, junk. This could be useful. Yeah, I got you. Let's scram. Okay. Bird feather, button and thread, screw, shoelace. It's all junk. Is it though? Okay. Alright, this connects back to where we've been. This is a dead end. That's somewhere we could go, but we can't get to there now. was a cloth, bird feather, running shoes, button, cloth scraps. Okay. Bottle of water. Sticky green substance. Remove 8 tooth gear. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh. Well, we just got a super good chance to do that, I guess. Why? Duct tape. Simple next bottle of glue. Okay, that's actually really helpful. Some of the stuff we needed for crafting. Okay, let's go this way then. Bones. Okay. Let's go this way. There you are. Young, longing to be homeless. Accompany me. We'll contact your parents. Say, perhaps you could tell us where your leader Candy is hiding. Okay. That's not... I don't know why it desummoned him. Okay, we pulled a lever. Gotta do it this way because we can't use our sword if he's at full health, so. Okay, I don't want to go that way just yet. I want to continue exploring. We do know about that, so we'll keep that in mind. Was there... No more items. So he's probably going to despawn. What's left on the list? Let me take a look here. Got it? Somewhere, give me a sec. I lost the list. Yeah, see, I can't. There's another cog wheel over there. Why can't I hit that? Oh, okay. It's just got a weird... What the hell is that thing? Like a weird demon fish. Gonna go get them, buddy, or are you just gonna let them Okay, guess not. Hey, Void, how you doing? You had a day? Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, at least it's over, right? At least it's in the books. I think I'm gonna share one brain cell. Not while I was speaking with him. Sergeant Daddy, okay. Okay, shortcut. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of basic. But yeah, the aesthetic's very cool. It's kind of what attracted me to it. I've had some issues with the writing so far, but other than that, it's not been too bad. Alright, 1 point available here. Wits. Why is a Maniac Mansion? Interesting. Oh, I meant to ask, do you know why is it like IRL? Like, is that an IRL friend? Or just someone you met online? Nah, okay. I don't know, it's just something they said seemed like you knew them in person. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Because I don't know how many people you know from like real life and how many are from online, so. Because I know you know like Saturn and Cat and Goblin and like a whole bunch of people from like IRL and so. You know each other. Oh, okay, okay. Maniac Mansion is an old point-and-click. It's a horror-based, well, old-school horror. Like it's actually a horror comedy. It's less comedy than Day of the Tentacle, I would say, but it's a point-and-click game. Have you seen Day of the Tentacle? It's the little tentacles that look like socks. It got a remaster. I want to say, God, I don't even remember how long ago. But anyways, Maniac Mansion is the game that came before Day of the Tentacle. But it's a point-and-click, like an old point-and-click adventure game. Honestly, I don't know how... Have you played point-and-click adventure games? Like King's Quest, or... I guess not, right? Because you haven't played a lot of PC games. But yeah, it's like a point-and-click adventure game. But it's more horror themed. But it's like old, like point-and-click adventure horror, so it's not like scary or anything. It's like like I said, it's closer to comedy than anything else. Which is the point. I honestly, like, I don't know if you would like it, but I couldn't say one way or another. It is a classic, though. It is definitely a classic. Most people know Day of the Tentacle more because that one has a bit more popularity and got remastered. But Maniac Mansion, like I said, is the original game. don't know. Yeah, that's why I was like, you haven't really played a lot of PC games from back in the day, so I didn't think it'd be really in your repertoire. But I also didn't want to assume that you hadn't started like looking into old PC games either. You know, I don't like assuming people don't know things. So. It's rude to assume people don't know things, you know? Or at least people tell me it's rude to assume people don't know things. We had Zany Golf, Battle Chess, and Dungeon Keeper 2. I mean, those aren't bad ones. Those are not bad ones. In all honesty. But Zany Golf is super salted. Somebody's coming in. I think we're being followed. Again, closing in on us. Alright, let's split up and head back. It's a little crowded out here. See you back at HQ. But, Zany Golf's the one with the gnomes, right? Or am I thinking the bowling one? I might be thinking the bowling with elves. No, I think I'm thinking the Christmas bowling, the one with the elves. There was an old PC, like, Christmas bowling you could play that would, like, had a bunch of elves. It was hilarious. Zany Golf is like putt-putt, but not putt-putt the car, which is also an old. Computer. Computer adventure game, but those portals and stuff. Huh. I'll have to look at Zany Golf. I don't know if I've seen Zany Golf. I probably have, but this should end up wrapping back around to a shortcut, I would assume. Eight-tooth gear. No. Four-tooth gear. Okay, so it didn't open that. What the heck? That didn't do anything for us. I guess there's another gear that we can... Oh well. I guess there's another gear we missed somewhere. Oh, it's probably that path we opened up. Now I think about it. But, yeah, there's a lot of old school adventure games. If you like adventure games, like, there's a lot that play like it, but you have to, the thing is with old school adventure games is there's a certain mindset you have to have that, like, they're largely narrative focused. There's also a lot of, like, this game is obtuse. Like, use balloon with bird seed to scare bird. Like, that is literally how you solve a puzzle, right? So you have to, like, think like that, and a lot of people don't like that kind of, like, logic-based gameplay. So, here's the two-tooth gear. Okay. So, a lot of people don't like old school adventure games for that kind of reason. But if you're fine with that kind of like have to figure things out. Also, there's a lot of especially in older games, there's a lot of pixel hunting. Like, you have to be like, oh, is this interactable? Is this interactable? Like, certain games are better than others about it, but like, you have to like, sometimes it's like, oh, this like 4 pixels of thing is actually a lamp I needed. Dang it. And, you know, so there could be that. There's also certain ones where you can, like, lock yourself into, I can't progress because I forgot this item back, like, 2 chapters ago. There's not a lot of those, but there are some. Okay, 2-toothed gear puts us here. Okay, so 4-toothed gear puts us here. Oh, there's some cans here. And then, so there, like I said, there's some, I'm guessing now we take the 2-toothed back, because we can go there, right? No. Okay, that does nothing for us. So, have to leave that there. But yeah, it comes down to okay, interesting. So the 8-tooth gear doesn't... Okay, maybe we have to do something different here. Maybe if I put the 8-tooth gear here, I have to go back here? And then I can do this. Aha! Sneaky. And that opens that all the way over there. So all of that was just to open a shortcut? What it... Okay. Go back and watch this. Alright. Okay. Thanks, I guess, game. No. Okay, no, this is not a shortcut. It opens a new direction. Because we couldn't get in here before. It's a crypt. Oh, this is a really small area. Okay. Can I not hit this thing? Okay. No. Silver skull added. Okay, we have a silver skull. I'm guessing, does that go up here? Muscle 3 to force it open. Okay, well, we can easily get that by just equipping this. Okay, this is ominous. Heater shield. A lot of HP. Why are they giving us so much HP? Set Silver Skull. And Antipater Mesnard. Last I'm awake. Who are you? One who provides introduction before expecting one. I have gone so long, all grace manners fallen antiquity. They have returned my skull to me. I am the great necromancer. I'm also a necromancer. How are you living? It was my wish to wait out time until my family would fulfill its destiny, so I inscribed my true name upon the silver skull. Heaven nor hell shall have my soul. Soon my progeny will come for me and restore me to my place at their table. No one's coming for you. Generations of my family have profited greatly from my sorcery, and I have profited generations for me. They will come, they will recognize me. Mesnard. No name of our family. The servant of my house. I am your servant. Done well to return my head. The fact that I'm living means according to plan. There is a hidden cache in one of the sarcophagi in the next room. Take your reward and be glad it chosen to be strong. Remove the skull. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. No. Well, thank you. One of the sarcophagi. Ah. Ancient signet ring. So we got... Okay. So is the skull also an item, or is it a quest item? Okay, it's a quest item. Eater shields 2 muscle. Muscle, guts, wits. Do we have a... We do. That would give us 1 more wits, but we lose the HP. But I think it's worth it. Did I do the right thing? I did. Yeah. So, was there a way for us to go around? Is that what we were supposed to do? Oh, okay. We were just supposed to go around. That's fine. Wait, it says there was another way out. Over here. The sewer. Okay, I guess it's just, Okay, so I've done that. So now we can take this secret entrance we found. Sorry about this. Wait, what? Thwack. Well, that's rude. Wiki wiki. Oh, it's candy. Some smack we gave you. Where am I? Where Candy lives. Don't know about it, but you're leading them right to Candy. That's why Candy had to do what he did. Why'd you hit me? It's where the critters' idea. They saw you leading the nasty black robes toward Candy's hidey hole. They're gonna let you pass on right by, but the critters said, hold on, Candy. Why is Candy talking in the third person? What kind of problem? One of the men in Candyland has gone missing. Critters have got to find him for us. Why me? Creepy crawlers are speaking lessons to me right now. Live and breathe. The Candyman's feeling something sweet. Okay. Critters have spoke. Whether you will or won't, you is and does. Okay. Crusty. Poisoned by the still waters and murkin critters. Things would cause a hidey hole. Crusty went searching and looking for the source of the murky waters. Okay. Perfect sense to me. Critters. Kind of electric revelation, which occurs when one member of the decentralized bioprocessing network momentarily becomes an exit node for just the particular piece of psychogrammic infonology, which pertains most perfectly to his actual and non-arbitrary position, aforementioned bioprocessing matrix. Okay. Chewing gum for adhesive, another rubber band for... it's finished. Piece of junk. Junk? Ignore Frank. You got any junk you need to get rid of? Could be some coin in it for you. Shopping list. So looking for things on the list. So you're good at finding things, why don't you hand it scrounging? Find all the things on the list, I'll give you a souvenir. Hey, I needed that shoelace. Oh, scavenger satchel. Arnold. So Arnie ended up here? Sure. Do-gooders decided to pay repairs anymore, called it charity. Charity puts hardworking fellow out of business. Arnie did a day's work, brought an elbow grease. Construction moratorium, couldn't get a job, begging for groceries. Okay. That's when Candy came. Toxic bone. Okay, do we still have any shoelaces? Because we needed shoelaces. We got a button and thread. Rubber hose. We do have shoelaces. Nice. Okay, because we needed a shoelace for the cloak recipe. Shoelace and... Okay, we made one of those. Duct tape wallet. Okay, we have one of those. Cloth scraps, bottle of glue, and bird feather. Okay, we have one of those. Hollow hand necklace. Shoelace. Okay. Now we have one of those. We don't need a shank. Zorn wing and soda pop. We don't have a Zorn wing, so... Okay, so now we have... What is this cloak? Doomhide cloak. Oh! So these are probably the unique items, or maybe they're just the crafted items. Guts 3, Wits 1. Ooh, Hollow Hand Necklace is much better than one of our items. Yeah, Guts 2, it's better than this. I mean, we lose half the health that we have. So it's definitely better than this one, right? Yeah. And we can equip more than one. What is this? Wits 250. Guts 3. Wits 1. Kind of want to get make another hollow hand. Do we have enough hollow hands? How much hollow hands do we do? We do. I think we have... Do we have another shoelace? We do. We could make another hollow hand necklace to replace this. We would lose 60 HP, but we would get 1 muscle and 2 wits and fear resist. So I think we're gonna do that. Can we... Okay. There we go. Now, if we could find something that had 3 wits... on it. Cheap crown, move speed, car part, simple woven cloak. We have 10 simple necklaces. Okay, let's check our notebook. Okay, so we now have... So muscle is HP. Guts is stamina, which doesn't really help us, but it does with one of our spells. Wits is our magic damage. Okay. But there's also... What is this? Each point of Guts gives him HP and lifesteal while inside Bone Shield. Okay, so we need to make sure we keep Bone Shield up on him. And then more wits gives us Shadow Rage. More wits would also give us a chance every time he's hit. So yeah, that's definitely... Yeah. Okay. So yeah, wits and guts seem to be the focus of our stats. Muscle is not super. Okay. Cool. Krusty, is that you? Computers. Yeah, Krusty, where did you go? Did I fall asleep again? Krusty computers? Don't go to the compound, it's the hatchery. Hatchery computer. Find the hatchery computer. Okay, well, we gotta go to the hatchery. One man has gone missing. Critters say you gotta find him for us. Search the sewers. She's in the hatchery. Okay, we have his socks. Okay. Alright, so I think we've cleared this area. Where does this pop us out? The supermarket. So let's go ahead and pop back out the supermarket. Also, I wonder if that was really who we were looking for. He said we were getting close. Maybe that's not Edgar. Let's keep going to the right over here. There's more. does money get attracted to him? That's interesting. Did he, like, eat the money or something? Okay, there's something over here. Okay, maybe that thing was Edgar. Yeah, unless he's in this spot over here, I guess that thing that was kind of disappointing. We had to get a key for this and everything, and it was just one of those basic crawly things. Oh well. I guess the key wasn't really that hard to find, so. Alrighty. Let's... Okay, have we explored this area? I guess we haven't. Let's explore this area a little bit. Limpet's Claim? Hi. I think I hit someone. Didn't mean to do it. I never hit anyone before. You think he's okay? He moved. Are you okay? Can you speak? Okay, well, she's about to get eaten. Keep them away from me. You did it. Thank you. Safe to stick around here anymore. Dangerous pedestrians. Yeah, I would say that's one way to define a zombie. That's the shopping center. We can go... Oh, we can go in the hardware store, okay. Okay, we were never only supposed to explore this to begin with. We got a shovel. Okay, we don't have to stand on the thing. Thought we had to stand on it. Magic potion. Nice, nice. Okay, where does this connect? Hi? Dr. Arnoldson, have you seen anything strange? Strange sightings. I don't mean ordinary strangeness. I'm talking about the kind of thing that would keep me from walking home tonight. You know what I mean? Monsters? Something we discovered in the laboratory. What did you discover? New form of life, a dangerous one. And in the process, I believe we've been inadvertently cover up on behalf of Mesner and Mineral. 5 men under me. Department scattered to the wind. Okay. Kicked me out. They forgot to search me. You hid something. Took papers. If I knew if the EPA became knocking, I'd cover my... Yeah, okay. Kept the key. I need the key. First kid to come asking for access to something like that. I didn't give it to him. Why should I give it to you? I can help. Heard of Clean Water Act? You take the key, you take my parachute, and I'm gonna need it when Mesner... I can stop it. I saw the way you came in here. There's more to you than most young people. You look like you've been fighting. You need another witness. Well, we're total strangers. Guess the fact you leave some credibility. You know what? I've screwed this thing up playing safe every turn. Maybe I don't need to play like that anymore. Take the key. Go in there. You can find... Take a mental picture. Okay. Now we have the refinery keys. Miami Industrial Zone. Oh, okay. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Power him up. Okay, it said the refinery was like right next to it. I don't know where the heck. There it is. Okay. Where's the refinery? Use the refinery keys. I mean, we have the keys. Okay, that thing's level 10, which is about our level. I guess I'm supposed to find something in here? Ah, there's a door. Also, what's with the red jelly? The move is very good. I'm gonna wait for all that poison to not be there. Yeah, we already have the hollow hand necklace, so... Okay, so this leads to something. Ah, the hatchery, okay. This is where we needed to be for a lot of quests. We need the hatchery computer for one quest. We need... to find Sarah here. I'm guessing the hatchery is going to have one of our bosses, then. Seems like it's like a pinnacle area for a lot of stuff. Purple jelly. Ooh. Demonic row. Nice. Like a fish. Alright. Let's save our game. We are level 10. So this is probably where the computer's at, if I had to guess. Oh, we can break those. Interesting. Oh, we needed to break those. Good to know. That up, please. Thank you. Advanced arithmetic. Yikes. Okay. It's interesting that it despawns our guy every time it does that. Okay. Pick up fish. Trying to see if we can get a level up. Oh, the money despawns. Good to know. Ah, the computer there. Pressure dropping sectors 15 through 18 unresponsive. Something's gone wrong. I'll have to check this. That's the computer. Okay, so we needed to lower the pressure so he'd open the gate so we can get to this computer. Sneaky. Nice little puzzle there. Okay. Before we go any further then, we should probably go back that direction. Have him prepped, because I'm guessing this friend is not going to be too happy to see us. Is this the right way? Yes. Certainly looks like it. Well, he did not survive that. Alright, let's go jump on his computer real quick. Hatchery control. Open north gate. Data printout. Okay. Okay, you gonna hit this thing, or? Oh, okay. It's just an angle issue there, I guess. Is this a shortcut, or is that's an item? Beer? Interesting. Oh. I'm gonna have to do it a different way. That guy was glowing. Cheap iron war cap. Oh, you can go that way. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Let me do that before. Quick mushroom. Kill the fish. Yeah, he's gonna have problems. I'm like, you gonna have problems crossing that? You are. North sewers. Okay. Weird. Now we can just go through these mushrooms? I thought we couldn't get through them before. Oh well. Alright, so guess let's go this way. Okay, keychain level up. We need 2 points for this. So we need to save. Alright. What's the gate we opened? Okay, it is. I'm gonna save right here. Let's see whatever we just opened. Get everything up in like one spot. Just a massive area with a bunch of monsters, but I'm not seeing anything else up here. That's Team Mystery going nice. This area seems pretty clear. Oh, there is a path there. Ah. That's fun looking. I'm gonna go ahead and make another save. Found Sarah. It's not Sarah, it's something else. They did something to her. The world is falling apart. What am I supposed to do? Forgive me, I just can't. The thing doesn't even know who Sarah is. And she screams the name. Try again. The Meg. Don't say that, it hurts me. I am Meg. My name is Sarah, yeah, it's father who loves you. I am Meg, my husband is very important. I am very important, my friends tell me so. Leave here, Donna. Would they forgive me? I'm too weak for this, I can't face him again. I'll never tell him about his daughter. I couldn't lie to him and see right through me. Will you go? I will. Promise me one more thing. Don't tell Mr. what really happened to Sarah, what she's become. Ran away, tell him she really did become a model. Tell him anything. So don't tell him about that thing. Oof. He deserves truth. Maybe he does, but he doesn't deserve the pain. Spare him that at least, please. I made my choice, for better or worse. Not sure what I can do, but feel something pulling me. I'm gonna meet up with the others. They're at the tavern, right? Feeling I'll be adding light to a big fire. I'm strong enough to face the darkness. Okay. I don't think I'll ever leave his house again. He's too stubborn. I think Sarah's been gone. He spent a lot of time convincing himself he likes to be alone. Light will be there for him if he changes his mind. Children? Tadpoles, little tadpoles, like the ones you find after it rains. Friends bring them all the time, more little tadpoles. Friends take them away again. No pain. Really, if it's an invisible whip. What is Meg? What is Meg? Oh. Live feed of strange creature. Overlaid Meg. Diagnostics. Crowded, less too cryptic options. Decontaminate or release. Release. Meg is free now. Okay. Alright, well, that's 2 missions in the hatchery done. We still haven't found a single, like, boss yet. I feel like there should be a boss here. trying to see, like... Okay, this is gonna connect back up this way, it looks like. We've helped our first friend, at least. So we'll have to go back to the tavern to see what reward that it... What the hell? Hey, it's Mole. Brother Albert. Blue mushrooms make good dirt. Blue mushrooms. Is your dirt better? Okay. Like your beard? Well, I appreciate that. My honest reaction for real. Okay, nice name. Hopefully you're doing well today. A lunchbox. You get more purple jelly. Okay, let's see what this mole friend brings up. Baseball bat. Okay. Okay, it's just baseball bats for days. Got it. Okay. Get out of the way, Henry. Hopefully you're having a good day. Welcome in. It says a large keyhole is present. Okay. Let's see. Go back down this way. There's a path this way. There's still a path over here. There's got to be a boss in this hatchery, right? Like, they had 2 quests bring us here. I feel like that only makes sense. So let's... So... Alright, let's go up. Again, we're looking for like a boss or something in this area. Let's go ahead and save again. Okay. That... Yeah! That definitely looks like a boss entrance. Yep, that would be our first boss. This is Beelzebub, I believe. Or Beelzebub. A fly has come to disturb my tadpoles. Prepare to be swallowed. Alright. Lord of Flies. I can't even move. Welcome in, RBG Cobra Commander. Hopefully you're doing well. Music's pretty good. I kind of hurt this guy. I guess I gotta get him in the water. Oh, there we go. Did I already beat him? Well, that was disappointing. There goes the game. It's okay. It's okay. We just beat our first boss of the major 4. There's 4 bosses. I'm guessing there's probably like a big 5th boss, but like the writing is kind of meh. The gameplay is not super interesting. But the aesthetic and stuff is cool. The music's really good. What is she doing now? Oh yeah, we gotta play Ophelia. What's going on? I'm trying to break out of here. Flying. Dang it. We're stuck here, aren't we? Oh, wait, hang on. Shh, I hear something. Oink. Oink, oink, oink. Someone's coming this way. Hide. Just do it. If they're gonna take anyone, it's better if it's me. What do you bat-faced freaks want with me? Really, I think they're gonna take me now. Don't panic. I'll be back. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about with the writing. Using terms that they don't need to use. Man. What if they just left me here? Hey, Azure J, thanks for doing your stream tokens. Seen the tournament forever. Yeah. The problem is yesterday for the first stream, they used the term queer in a derogatory fashion, and then they used the R slur. And it's like, the game is set in the 1980s, right? And they could use the excuse like, hey, that's what they said at the time. But it doesn't really add anything to the game to use these terms, right? And so it makes 0 sense to use them. It's like, this game came out I think a few years ago, like 23 or 24, right? So it's like they're consciously using these terms, and they don't set a tone. Like, the aesthetic is enough to set that it's the 1980s. You don't need to use terms. Sounds like something is hurting. Wait, are they inside of a creature? Interesting. Okay, if it's a person making a stance, I don't care if it... Well, the problem is it's a product, right? And if you do things that are like offensive, you're going to lose out on sales. And as an independent developer, you're already going to have to make sure that you're not doing things that are not going to lose you sales. And given that this game is already pretty lackluster in the gameplay department and in the writing department, the last thing you want to do is have offensive language in it, right? Like, I just don't understand the necessity to want to do that. Like, if you think you're gonna get sales from people that are like, haha, they're using offensive language, I'm gonna buy it because no one's gonna buy it because of that, bro. Like, are they from another planet? Giant bugs? Like, it's just... And again, you don't need that stuff to set a tone when you already have the aesthetic. You, come here quick. You're the one we've been watching. You're a very important person. Did you know that? Can't see your face. I'm a prisoner, swallowed up in this great fish. Where are we? Come here and I'll tell you. Wow. What have you done? Hopeless, hopeless. Okay, so wherever we are took the friends as well. Interesting. By the way, it said it was Baphomet, which is usually used in reference to the devil. Light up ahead. See into another room. There's someone talking. Yeah, this is the... Yeah, Mordecai. Didn't mean to disturb you, my lord. And yet you do, my lord, but... You obtained the second girl? Yes. You're satisfied with her? Yes. My promise was fulfilled. Why do you trouble me now? There's been an unexpected development. Yeah, one of the 4 people that are guarding this area are dead. Patience wanes. Beelzebub has been defeated. The Teraphim has also been taken. By whom? I do not know. It could be... No. Heaven has taken notice, then. What will they do, I wonder? Lord? It is too late for anyone to stop us now. They may be altered... or alerted to opening of the gate, but not our true purpose. Genius eludes them, my lord. Mordecai, that group you've made such good use of, have them search out this new champion. Gadriel also. I don't want any surprise. Okay, so the old man that met us is apparently an angel. We don't know who this is. A champion? Someone's coming. Guess we gotta hide. Oh, that's where this is. Nice. And then we're back here, which is the... Okay, so it takes you back to the tavern every time you beat a boss. Okay, so they're supposed to give us something. What did you say? I haven't told him. He's still at home wondering. Can't leave him that way. So wish there was some way to do all this. Guess that would take a miracle. You're running the sewer or something? What am I saying? Okay. Okay. So let's... look out. Ow. Watch where you're going. Thief. It's gonna be like that, then don't have to feel bad. Feel bad? Only I wouldn't tell one of my marks that they just got hit, but something like this will trade pretty well with the treehouse kids. If you try to follow me, I'll kill you. Yeah, but say he just stole the thing. Fun. But yeah, I don't know. I like ARPGs. But the two main things that bring me to ARPGs are build options and like loot, right? Like how the loot is done. And this game kind of fails in both of those departments. Because there are no build options, at least for Magic users, and the loot is very boring. So it really, like, it's just, this game just doesn't have anything except aesthetic and, like, audio design, right? And because the story is, this girl you like is captured by demons, and you have to get her back. And then her friend, well, yeah, basically, this other girl is also captured by demons, and you should probably get her back, too. That's the story. You know? Like, obviously, there's like, oh, there's something more insidious going on. Demons have a bigger plan. It's like, go figure. You're telling me their plan is more than just, take a girls? Like, but I don't know. It's just because, like, I'll show you what I mean. Like, this is the loot. Is you get either stats, but the substats are things like more defense, resistances, and damage. That's it. That's all the substats are. Resistances, defenses to magic or physical. There is also, like, movement speed. So if we go to the sub-items, we get, okay, there's max stamina. There's evade, which for us is useless. Evade doesn't do anything because we don't have an evade. There's crit chance, but it's mostly resistances and damage and stats. Which you're almost always, at least it feels like for us, going to take stats. Stats allow you to do things in the game. Stats allow you to have conversation stuff. Stats also affect your skills. Now, if we look at our skill tree, this is our skill tree. We have three paths with 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes that aren't stat nodes. So basically, you have 4 nodes, and in between each of those 4 nodes is a stat node. You just get to pick a stat, and then you get that. So, but the thing is you're essentially, it's not really a choice of if you're going to go a certain direction, it's just when. It's like, in what order do you want to acquire these things? Now, there might be a low level cap to where you can't acquire everything, but essentially it just feels like you will acquire everything in your skill tree. Now, again, the magic classes do get all of their skills from the start. All of these. Because that's their spell book. And then you just have to memorize combos to cast spells. So that is a major difference between magic and melee. Melee has to unlock skills to do stuff. But we can also look at a melee weapon. As you see, a melee weapon is basically the same as a casting weapon, except it has a base damage. Like, so it's a very surface level, like, ARPG. And then the most unique items we found are the ones that we crafted, but as you see, they're just stats with very basic substats. And there's nothing wrong with this kind of thing. But you need something to make it stand out. More than your aesthetic. And given that the writing has offensive language in it, given that the mechanics are not deep, and And even if you take out, if you're like, the offensive language doesn't bother me, the writing is not really that interesting. It's like, it's just the 80s trope of this town gets attacked by bad things, so like zombie apocalypse or demons or whatever, right? Like it's just that trope, and you have to stop them. It's the teenage save them kind of thing. What's the cost? $20 normally, currently 13. I think like if you're fine with the simplicity of it, like you could probably get that much content out of it. But like we also have all of these healing items, right? It has all of these healing items. Look at what they do. Heal, 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 heal. All of these are just different heals. We get one item so far. Oh, we have magic potions that give us... See, this should be a separate item. This should be in a separate category. Permanent stat point. Yes, of course I don't want to equip it. I just want to use it. Wits. Okay. But most of these, like, okay, move speed, slow wrist, stamina regen. We don't even have stamina. See, and this is a problem too. Is as a caster, there's no equivalent here, right? So I feel like as a caster, we're both significantly stronger, but also possibly significantly weaker. I haven't played the melee class to know, but like the stamina regen, like not having stamina might make us just so much stronger than melee because we don't have to manage stamina. We literally, like, as a necromancer, I'm just sending my skeleton out there and then occasionally hitting a couple spells and then just things die. You saw that boss. We just destroyed that boss. I hit, like, 3 spells. Like, we might have been over-leveled. I don't know. But there's magic defense, but defense, resist, move speed. But most of it's just, like, 17 different versions of healing. I like that it has a crafting system, but the problem is the crafting stuff is hidden at the end of the miscellaneous. There should be a sub-tab just for crafting stuff. Because the crafting stuff, so far, has been the most powerful things. So there should be a sub-menu for just crafting. Right? But again, because the most powerful stuff is stat-based stuff, you basically trivialize 90%. Like, look at all this stuff that we have. And most of this is not repeats, other than the ones that we have, like, 5 and 6 of. But, like anything that's in a different square is not a repeat. But we have all of this stuff that is unique, that we're never going to wear, because it doesn't... It's useless. Now, we could sell it, but there needs to be, like, this is why ARPGs have crafting systems, right? You do something with this. You grind this down for materials, or especially when you have something like down here. We have 12 of these, right? We have 10 of these, 5 of these, 6 of these, right? Now, maybe there is a system later on, and I just haven't interacted with it yet, but, like, in most cases, this is why ARPGs have systems to deal with the loot. A lot of times you can just sell them, but in other cases... thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows here. If you like a personalized thank you, just say, hey, I'll follow in chat. I'll thank you personally. Otherwise, feel free to keep lurking. But the reason why they have crafting systems is to deal with this overabundance, right? And so far, like, a lot of these things are just nonsensical. Like, look at this. A green item is significantly better than this. Now, the reason why I think this is blue is because it gives you health. So what this is telling me is they classify 45 health as more important than all of those resistances. And guts. So they think that 45 health is more important than 1 gut. Right? And guts is one of the 3 stats, by the way. If you haven't seen it, there's 3 stats. You have muscle, you have guts, and you have wits. Ours is based on wits, obviously, because we're a caster class. We're a necromancer. But you can use items to see how they classify it, because there is a rarity, right? We can see rarities here. So this is a crafted purple-ish rarity. We have blue, we have green, and then we have white, which this is a normal kind of rarity system that you see. There's no like gray really, but you can kind of see here. So this is also a good thing to look at. So this ring has 10 HP and 3% luck. This thing has 10 HP, 12 fear resist, and a crit chance. So they're saying 3% luck is more important than crit chance and fear resist, right? In theory, because they said that this is of a higher rarity than this, right? And that's something important to think about when you're classifying your items. Why is luck more important? Because you get it's magic find, right? I'm guessing that's essentially what luck would represent. And here, they're classifying magic defense and luck as the same as HP. It's very interesting. Because like here, 20% fear resist is a blue item. So now it's a certain threshold. So apparently certain roles of things are higher. But again, this is something we got at the very beginning of the game. So does rarity even denote anything? Because something we got at the very beginning of the game, all 3 of these items were the first items that we picked up. They just have plus to a stat. But we have plus to a stat down here that's green. So rarity is now meaningless to us. Because this item is significantly better than this item, but this is blue. Right? So now what they've told me through their design is, don't worry about rarity. Now you have to read every item. Which, I don't want to look through 65 different items to see what the most important is. Right? I don't, because look at this. 13 HP, 12 HP. That's the only difference between these two. This is laziness. Right? The only difference between these 2 items is a single HP point. This shouldn't exist. This is a waste of an item. Right? This is, oh, we need more items in our game? Just change it by 1 HP. This is a waste of an item. Take this item out of the game. Right? Like... these beetles just feel catastrophically like wasteful. And this also is something that comes to balance too, right? Is like, are some of these items even worth it? Like, do some of these items even need to exist if other items are close to it? Because the thing is a lot of games, what they'll do is if they think they have a loot system, they think they need to have a lot of loot. Because they'll see other games have a complaint where, oh, there's not a lot of loot in this game. That's not necessarily always a bad thing. Like, some people will say it's a bad thing, but sometimes this is worse. Because now, again, I have to look at all these items, because look at this. This charm? This is actually a pretty solid charm, I would say. This definitely is stronger than a lot of these blue things that we found. Look at this. Like, look at these blue things. It has a +2 stat, so there's no comparison system so far as I know. So, like, I have to then look at this, and then look at look at all the stuff. Now, ideally, you would equip it, but, so no comparison system, other than doing this, and then doing this, but I can't compare it to other items. But look at this, like 45 HP, Fear Resist 20, Muscle 1, 50 HP, Wits 1, bunch of HP, like, -1 Wits. Like, there's so much stuff up here that's cool, but, like, this is Guts 2, plus 20 HP, plus 3 Stamina, Luck 1%. That's a really solid item. That, to me, is better than, like, the past 10 blue items we just looked at. So, it really comes down to... When you're designing a game, spending more time... What is Guts? It's a stat. Guts is a stat. So, you have 3 stats. You have Muscle, which is measure your strength and toughness. Each point of muscle contributes to health, defense, poison resist, stun resist, and muscle weapon damage. So there's different classes that scale differently. Guts is a measure of daring and speed. Each point of Guts contributes to 20 HP, stamina regen, move, slow resist, fear, Guts weapon damage. So this would be like your dex, essentially. It's like strength, dex, and intelligence, essentially. And wit. Wit is cunning and wisdom. Each point of wit does all of these stuff. Now, the thing is they also do stuff for us here. So, like, for us, Guts, whenever we throw our Bone Shield out, gives our summon lifesteal as long as he's inside of Bone Shield. Guts also gives our skeleton more HP. Right? So we're still using Guts even as a caster class, which is why we have some points in Guts here. Right? That's what these are. Now we do have more points in Wits because Wits also helps us with other stuff. But it's like you have to sit and think what exactly what you need to make your game unique. Do you want it to be aesthetically unique? Do you want it to be mechanically unique? And what is going to make people want to continue playing? Because what I would have done with this game instead of essentially what we're doing here is I would have made this a much faster paced game. Now, for melee classes it might be, but this game has way too much open area. Experiments? Would you like to be my assistant? You know, okay, yes, sure. Foolish, brave enough to help me gather my materials, okay. My little Igor. Okay. Here, a child's toy. There's Pink Teddy. He stole Pink Teddy? I should punch him in the face. Okay, well, at least we found Pink Teddy. He also has one of the bugs here. That bug's probably going to end up killing him. Well, we found Pink Teddy. That's good. That was for another quest. There's a girl hiding in a doghouse on the right side of town. But like all of this space here, and like the first combat area we went to wasn't as bad, but like it's just there's a reason why something like Zombie Survivors feels so good to play, and it's because, like, you're constantly just action to action to action to action. Now, I don't think this game should have been Zombies Virus, so let me be clear. But the issue here is, like, when... Oh, okay, that's just on fire. When I don't have build options, when the items are boring, or there's just too many of them that just feel like a waste of space, the story is uninteresting and has offensive words in it. Like, there's just nothing to grab onto, right? Like, that's the problem. Like, there's just really, really nothing here to... And maybe check this out for 35. No, yeah, no, I will say, I probably got this on a much deeper sale. I did not pay anywhere near full price for this. But... And that's not to say that I don't think people could enjoy this. I feel like, again, maybe a melee build makes this game more interesting. But as it stands right now, this is probably a game that lives solely on its aesthetic and nothing more. I'm tricking an old lady now. Would monster don't concern me? Okay. And that's kind of unfortunate, because, again, that's kind of what attracted me to the game. I wanted to see... I wanted to see what they were going to do. What they were going to do with that. But apparently the answer, at least for me, is not a whole lot. Because, like, for me, another good example is, like, what the hell? Is like, trying to think of a... Like Shadowrun, right? Shadowrun does a lot with its, at least at the time, did a lot with its, like, 80s aesthetic, but also, like, its fantasy aesthetic and its cyberpunk aesthetic, and was able to kind of meld those. Now, again, that... At the time, you know, they probably had people that, you know, worked on other stuff, so comparing the two might be a little unfair. And I'm talking about, like, older Shadowrun, not necessarily the newer stuff. But that's not the right button. That's the right button. I don't know. Like I said, there's probably people that really enjoy this game. I don't think I'm gonna play much more fast today. I've played a lot of ARPGs, and this one's just like I've played I've played ones that are I would say I had more fun with on like PlayStation 1. Which again sounds very mean, but the thing that those had in going for them is they had something that like kind of captured your attention. Like there was some sort of like puzzle aspect or there was some sort of like item that's like, oh, this is a really cool thing. I would love to see what else I could find. Like I don't know. There was always something that like got my attention to make me go, okay, I want to see what else. And I just, with this game in particular, I've just not found anything that's really made me want to go, okay, what else does this game have to offer? Which is sad, because I do think this game could have had something. This does not look good. This is... Okay, I'm just gonna attract all these guys. Oh. B-Y. Okay. B-Y-A. Okay, cool. So I did finally figure out how to leave that. Seeing like this aspect, I was actually really interested in. So what you're supposed to do as a necromancer, is use your sword. So what's supposed to happen, and I didn't really explain this. So what's supposed to happen as a necromancer, even though I found a way around it, is you're supposed to summon this guy, right? And he's supposed to get beat up, and his health goes down, right? And as his health goes down, you're supposed to... So if I summon a bunch of guys, let's get this guy beat up. So if you watch up top left, you'll see his health will go down. He does less and less damage, and then you're supposed to switch to a sword, and then you're supposed to use the sword to make his health go back up. And then once you run out of sword, you're supposed to re-summon him. However, I found kind of a trick with that is if you just keep using this, the hands, kind of just refill his health, most of the time. So, like, I've never really had to, like, use the sword. Sewer Warden hat. Nice. So, I don't know. What is on my head? Oh. There's something on my head. I don't know. I'm just overall kind of disappointed in it. Let me look at something real quick. Also, we have cool music in the pause menu, which is nice. Let me go over here. But I don't know. I thing is I want to like the game, right? I want to like the game. I just don't. We've been having this problem lately. I think that it's just there's just something recently with games that um there's not anything I guess they lean too hard on some aspect that is not strong enough to keep them up, right? It's like if you've ever seen those videos of students in engineering classes, they have to build like bridges or towers, and then it has to hold so much weight. It's essentially what I think of with games lately. Is just there's a lot of games that we've been playing where it's like, I need this story or this mechanic to hold the entire weight of this game, and it's just like they just kind of break or fall over, unfortunately. And I feel like that's what's happening with this game. It's just like it wants to do this like 80s Battle the Demons story, which is a really cool concept, but it's put on top of like a very basic RPG and a very lackluster story, and it's just like bending until it breaks. Because like I don't know, it's just there's just nothing interesting going on. There's just nothing interesting going on. And I don't know how to make it more interesting, because it's like, we could try Melee to see if Melee is any better, but all I feel like I'm going to do is just be like, okay, instead of skeleton management, it's going to be stamina management, and I'm just going to be running around going, whack, 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 big explosion, or spinning around, or whatever, whatever the thing is going to be, right? So I just don't feel like there's going to be enough of a difference within the game that would warrant us doing that. Sorry, I'm just looking for something else we could potentially do for a couple hours. Because I just don't know if I can keep playing this. It's very legitimately boring. What is this? This came about. Oh, this. But, and I don't know if the devs will see this video, and I apologize if it feels like I'm being very harsh. But I just maybe I've played too many of this type of game to want to play something that is a trimmed down version of it. Because I feel like if you've not played a lot of ARPGs, I feel like this game would be fine, right? For someone who doesn't play RPGs a lot, I think you'd be okay with this game, honestly. Like, I feel like it would be okay. Now, again, I still feel like the offensive language in the writing is going to be a turnoff for a lot of people. I feel like the aesthetic is unique. I feel like the story is very basic. It's angels versus demons. It seems is where it's going. But you know, I'm kind of tempted to play an older ARPG just to kind of show off what I mean by like even like an old ARPG, kind of show what like the basic ARPG would look like and why this one doesn't sit. But I feel like that's like beating a dead horse at that point. It would be better just to, you know, move on to something more more interesting. Although I wouldn't mind just playing an old ARPG for the sake of playing an old ARPG. Let's see. I saw some things I was actually like, maybe we do. I wonder. Do I actually have... Huh. I didn't realize I had the Outlast games on GOG. Have I played the Outlast games on stream? I had to, right? I've had to. Yes. Are you kidding me? I've not played the Outlast games on... I had to have played the Outlast games on stream. There's no way I played these games by myself. Hold on. Hold on a second. Sorry, No. I played Outlast on... That's hilarious. Apparently, I've not played the Outlast games on stream. I played them on PlayStation 12 years ago. Well, I played the one game. When did I play Outlast 2? It doesn't say. Huh. Okay, well, I'll have to add that to the list of games for us to stream. I did not realize I had not played the Outlast games on stream. I could have swore that I did. Okay, well. I guess we have some things to do, huh? Sorry. I know this is not the most interesting thing watching me on a pause screen. I'm just trying to find something else. Because boy howdy was I not expecting to fall off this game in 2 hours. Let me check. Okay, I'm gonna check two things real quick. Okay. It's more doable. Okay. You know what? We're making this month Mask Tries Random Games month, I guess. So, here's what we're gonna do, friends. If you are watching this over on YouTube, thank you for joining us. I'm going to bring the YouTube stream down. If you're on Twitch, the stream is going to stay up. And we are going to switch games. But the reason why I bring the YouTube stream down is so that I can switch games, and it's its own thing. It's a pain in the butt to do it otherwise for YouTube. But we're going to switch games. This is where we're going to end Kingdom of Night, because I'm going to be honest, it's not fun for me. It's just not fun for me. I'm having zero fun now. We beat one of the bosses. We found some cool loot. It's far too basic. If I ever go back and play a old ARPG, I'll show you exactly why I believe this. But anyways, thanks for watching the playthrough over there on YouTube. I will bring the stream back up in just a second once we get stuff installed and set up. So hang out a little bit if you want to on YouTube. If not, I will see you when I see you. But the stream will come back up in just a little bit when I get the next stream, the next game going. So I will see you then. Twitch, hang out with us. Bye.